One thing about me is I don't like a cheap man. If you're not going to spend money, you're not going to be around. I don't care. I'm not one of these girls that's going to act like I don't want something for my birthday. I'm not going to act like a little bouquet.
You cannot convince me that a true man that provides for his woman and has his woman like looking good, right? You cannot tell me that he doesn't feel good about that. You cannot.
They say men are only good for paying, providing, and obeying. But nobody wants to talk about the other side of this story. Men are getting richer, stronger, and more focused, and still walking away from relationships. Why? Today you'll hear a truth that hurts, but sets you free.
One thing about me is I don't like a cheap man. If you're not going to spend money, you're not going to be around. I don't care. I'm not one of these girls that's going to act like I don't want something for my birthday. I'm not going to act like a little bouquet and some cheap ass chocolates is enough for Valentine's Day. I'm not going to tell you I don't want anything for Christmas. You're going to spend some money and you're going to like it. I like men that like to spend money on their woman. That's what I like. I don't know what to tell you. I don't want to be with a man that I could see the pain in his eyes when he has to take out his card and pay for something. I don't want to be with a man that thinks buying dinner is considered tricking. And I know I'm ruffling the feathers of all the broke-ass, bum-ass men that are watching this video right now, and they think, oh my God, this woman's so entitled. Men invented being entitled, okay? And right about now, I know you guys are typing in the comment section, make your own money. I do. That's the thing. That's why I don't have to giggle at a joke that I don't think is funny. That's why I don't have to settle down with a broke, dirty, loser, dusty bum of a man, right? Everything is taken care of over here. So if you can't add to my life, you can get the fuck out of my face. Okay? Okay. Love you guys. Bye.
Her message mixes financial independence with open contempt for men, which shows a character issue, not a money issue. A man who builds something in life isn't afraid to spend, but he won't accept being treated like an emotional ATM. When a woman talks about provision with anger, sarcasm, and insults toward broke men, she doesn't want partnership. She wants power. Men who are focused on self-development avoid that energy because they know anyone who demands without respect will never be satisfied. Money attracts, but attitude repels. A man who values himself doesn't buy affection. He chooses where to invest.
You cannot convince me that a true man that provides for his woman and has his woman like looking good, right? You cannot tell me that he doesn't feel good about that. You cannot convince me that that does not make him feel accomplished and feel good about his life, that he literally was able to provide for his woman. You cannot convince me, because real men will feel happy that they were able to provide for their woman. So she's provided for, she has a home that has the bills paid for, a car, she's well kept together, you know, clean clothes, she hits the gym. Only a boy will not be happy about providing for a woman because he needs to mature. But when he truly loves you and you are his dream woman, keyword here, when you are a man's dream woman and you are dealing with a man, then he will want to provide for you. Trust me. When they are able to provide, they feel good about themselves. A man naturally wants to be a provider, and you cannot fight me on it.
She's right that many men feel proud to provide, but she's wrong when she turns it into automatic proof of love. Providing is a result of commitment, not a ticket to be used. A disciplined man who is growing wants to build something with a woman who admires him, not one who only sees him as a wallet. The problem starts when providing becomes an obligation instead of a voluntary expression. Men of value want to feel needed, not used. If all a woman sees in a man is what he can pay, she's turning the relationship into a transaction, not a partnership.
Babe, why are you dating to be a girlfriend when you can literally get engaged in 6 months? Here is how you are going to get engaged in 6 months to a high-value provider man just by following these simple, easy steps. Number 1, you are going to start being more intentional about dating. You're going to stop dating the men that just want to go with the flow, that just want to see where things go, that want to waste your time and try to get into your pants by selling you and telling you sweet nothings, planning fake futures with you, all just to waste your time and not even propose to you and have no intentions on getting married. You are actually going to date men that want marriage, that show you actions instead of just talking, instead of just words. That is one step that I followed that allowed me to get engaged quicker, was I was intentional with who I was dating and what exactly I wanted. Number 2, you are going to write down qualities that you are looking for in your husband, and you are not going to date anybody who does not meet those qualities. Why are you dating dusty bums with no job, with no ambition, with no career goals, when you literally wrote down that you want a high-value provider man? That doesn't make sense, sis. So make sure that who you are dating is aligning with the list and the qualities that you wrote down. If you wrote down that you want a generous man, why are you dating men that don't want to give you any money? Why are you dating men that don't want to help you with bills, don't want to help take your kids to school, don't want to help you do anything? Doesn't make sense, sis. Even though this sounds very easy, it's very easy for us to not follow these steps, and that is why we're getting into these pointless relationships that don't ever amount to anything. If you wrote down that you want a man to express his feelings towards you or actually be consistent, why are you dating men that are emotionally unavailable? Why are you dating men that ghost you? Why are you chasing men and initiating conversation with them? Sis, doesn't make sense. Not something I would do if I wanted to get engaged in 6 months. Just saying. Number 3, you are going to identify provider men. Yes, provider men can be identified. If he comes from a family that never seen marriage, if his mother was never a wife, sis, what makes you think he is going to know what wife material is? How is he going to be able to tell you what a wife is if his mama is a baby mama? You see where I'm going with this? You need to make sure that you are choosing men that don't come from a trauma-filled household, that have actually seen their moms being taken care of, that have actually had stay-at-home wife mothers, that have actually seen their mom in a wedding dress. If not, it is going to be very hard for this man to imagine himself getting married and imagine a wife in his life. Last but not least, number 4, you are going to date men that actually want to be a husband. Why are we dating men that want a wife, that want wife material, no body count, perfect Polly Pocket wives, but yet don't want to be a husband, but yet don't want to take on the duties of actually providing for a household, protecting a household, or don't even like or value women at all? Why are we dating those types of men, sis? We need to be dating men that actually want to be a husband, not just want a pretty little Polly Pocket wife that does all their cooking, cleaning, and laundry, and yet they don't want to do anything or have anything to bring to the table. Absolutely not, ladies. Do not fall for that trap. If you follow those steps, and I mean literally stay disciplined and follow the tips and the advice that I'm giving you, you could easily become a wife in less than a year. If you like this kind of content, follow and like for part 2.
Her logic starts with something correct, being intentional about who you choose, but then turns into a provider hunting mindset. When the focus becomes, what can he give me, instead of, who is he? The relationship is already corrupted. Men who truly build something don't want to be chosen as a financial plan. They want to be desired as men. Filtering for values, discipline, vision, and character makes sense. Filtering only for money creates fragile relationships. A man who is focused on self-growth quickly knows when he's being evaluated as a husband or as a retirement plan, and only one of those deserves commitment.
The right man is the one who likes you way more than you like him. That's the right man, and the one that provides. A provider who likes you way more. That's the right man, okay? So if you ever didn't understand what the right man was, it's the one that likes you 10 times more, who's a full provider. That's the correct one. Okay, you ain't got to see what it look like. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Do you understand me? Because I bet you, if you're like anything like me, you look at yourself more than you look at your own man. Every time I'm on live, I see myself in the camera on the screen. Every time I'm walking around, I've got mirrors everywhere. I see myself more than I see him. And I see how good I look from not having to do too much. Okay? Yes, I'm married. Been married for like 17 plus years. So, you're going to look at yourself more than you're looking at him anyway. You're going to look at your kids, yourself, your lifestyle, your house. You're going to see all of that more than you're going to see him. Just think about it.
This mindset reveals a dangerous dynamic. She doesn't want a partner. She wants an admirer who pays the bills, when the right man is defined as someone who likes her 10 times more and provides everything. It creates imbalance and resentment. Strong men don't want a woman who sees herself as the prize and him as an emotional employee. They want respect, reciprocity, and mutual admiration. A man who is building himself will not shrink so someone else can feel bigger. A healthy relationship isn't worship. It's cooperation between two people who choose and grow with each other.
Give me your ear. Listen to this. You will never be able to make an unhealed man happy. I know you think you can. I know you think that because You do everything for him. You show him things he's never been shown. You support him in a way he's never been supported. You hold him down the way no other woman has held him down. You're there for him through thick and thin. You forgive him. You motivate him. You run his bath water. You fill out his applications. You prep him for the interview. You buy him things he's never been bought. You plan the most dynamic trips. You participate. You give. You pay. You lay on your back 6 times over. You will never be able to make an unhealed man healthy. The only thing that you're going to pretty much consistently get from an unhealed man is he's going to take from you, baby. I know it sucks. I know you think you love him. I know when you met him, he seemed like he was this great guy, but you a year in, you 2 years in, you 3 years in, and he has not offered you anything. You cannot make an unhealed man happy. You could do everything for him. As a matter of fact, you've done everything for him. He's going to misuse you. He's going to abuse you. He's going to mistreat you. He's going to call you out of your name. He's going to disrespect you. He's going to dishonor you privately. He's going to dishonor you publicly. He's going to talk to you crazy in front of the children you have together. He's going to talk to you crazy in front of the children you don't have together. He's going to talk about you to his friends. He's going to make everybody think that you're the problem. He's going to make everybody think that he's doing absolutely nothing wrong. He's going to complain about everything you do. He's going to be disgusted by your presence. He's going to have an issue with your voice. He's going to make a problem, and he's going to make a mountain out of a molehill when you talk to him about accountability. When you tell him something you want, he's going to do the opposite. When you talk to him about something you need, he's going to discard you. He's going to ignore you. When you talk to him about ways that you guys can work together, he's going to do everything to work against the program. He's going to work against you. He's going to be jealous of you. He's going to be bitter. He's going to cheat on you. He's going to make it seem like everything else and everybody else is more important than you. He's going to make it seem like everybody else is more important than the household. He's going to seem like his friends are more important. His family is more important. His job is more important if he has one. You cannot make an unhealed man happy. The more you love, the more he's going to take. The more understanding you are, the more he's going to abuse it. The more loving you are, the more toxic he's going to become. And he's going to always say it's you, and it'll never be him. Do yourself a favor. I'm not here to tell you to stay, go, or go back. But I want you to pay attention to the signs. Because when you're in your healing phase, I want you to pay attention to the signs when you're in your healing phase. And then once you feel like you're healed, you won't have to make a decision. The decision will be right in front of you. And then you'll be able to move forward.
She points out something real. Emotionally broken men destroy the women who try to save them, but ignores an uncomfortable truth. Many women keep choosing those men because they haven't learned to choose better. A man focused on personal growth heals his wounds, takes responsibility, and doesn't need to be carried. The mistake isn't wanting a strong man. It's investing in someone who refuses to evolve. Men of value avoid women who try to fix broken projects because they know that when you normalize chaos, you attract more chaos. Self-development isn't just money. It's maturity, discipline, and honor.